Hey guys, hope you guys are all doing well wherever you are. I almost forgot the name of my channel. I had to redo this. There's only one way. I mean, I switched the name of that quite a few times, but I haven't made a video there for a long time. And the topic of this video today is I'm just answering to people asking me how I am with adhesive arachnoiditis of my spine. And so I'll answer that, and I hope that this helps you and gives you hope. Anyway, I'll do my best explaining this. Almost daily, I'm making videos. Listen, if you believe in God or not, I do. And I have another channel that I have about 1,200 subscribers, and I speak a lot about the whole variety of topics. If you ever want to go and see it, it's called The Heart of David. You can't miss me when you look that up. So I don't know, I stopped with this channel. I hurt my back. You know what, I pulled my back 4 times within maybe a year, I would say. 4 different events. It's not hard to pull your back, to re-pull your back once that happens. And so, in any case, having a strained back is one of the most horrible things I've been through, in a chronic sense. It feels like someone's literally got their hands wrapped around your rib and your back, and they're pressing them with their thumbs. You wake up in the morning, you're sick enough with intractable pain disorders, and then you have that. They can be scary mornings. Not to me anymore, and they're not scary, but you know, because I've learned how to deal with them. But in any case, it's about perseverance, right? So, just went for a walk, and I've been going on walks every day for about 6.5 years. 2 walks every day, and if it isn't a walk, I'm doing something else, like biking. As you know, I have roughly 12 separate pain issues, and 8 of them are serious. And you want to know about adhesive arachnoiditis? It's tough for me to describe things without having those other ones, talk about those other ones, because they affect everything. I say this to people who don't have a lot of hope. How is it I'm walking twice a day? I can walk any distance now. I could walk from here to downtown where I live, which is about 20 kilometers. And that was God. But there was a process that happened to me that I want you to know about, and I've explained before. You may not, I'll be very frank, you may not have it in you to graduate to a new level of deciding to maybe let go of a cane, if you can. Okay? So I'll just tell my story. For about 9 years, I was bed and couch bound. I was in as bad shape as a human being can get. As you can see, I'm thin. I have severe abdominal disorders that are extremely painful. And I also just found out I have the same reading as you would find in achalasia of my throat. So if you're wondering what's wrong with my throat, all those videos for all these years, my swallowing and all that, I have a very tight sphincter muscle. So I remember saying I suspected that, and I was right. But it's not achalasia. It's something to that effect. It does the same thing. In any case, that's probably weight loss there too. I have a throat issue, like my esophageal sphincter, and my abdominal disorders that keep my weight low. In any case, I found myself, so I was trapped in bed, couch, and I actually starved at one point. And I'm not going to go into that. I have a book, if you ever want to know where to read it. About at least 30 pages are dedicated to AA, Adhesive Arachnoiditis. So I moved out here alone. I came into this place. I'm in university now. I've already done half a year for addictions counseling, and it's just unbelievable what God has done in my life. My legs, I may be thin, but I'm muscular, and my legs are like defined, like you could see the muscles sticking out on my leg. It's crazy. Why? I'm going to tell you why. It is my belief that a person with adhesive arachnoiditis can get back a lot of their walking if they take the right meds, opioids. Without opioids, I would have a very, very tough time walking. That's just a fact. I remember when Toradol was the only, man, you took my Toradol away, I would go downhill and I'd do something like try to commit suicide. So I happened to be taking the right med for spinal inflammation to try to halt its progress. And when they took it away, my legs would burn and everything, it was treating everything else on my body too. I was on that for like 5 years of injections. And you're not supposed to take that for more than 5 days, and I've talked to Dr. Tennant, some people just, that's their only option. I'm gonna pace here for a second. I'm gonna just give me a second. I gotta take. I'm gonna show you something cool sometime in this video. I have a translator. I bought a translator. It's so cool, man. I can, for $100, this thing on Amazon, it's good quality too. Just $100. You can download, if you have Wi-Fi, you can download all languages. Only if you have Wi-Fi. But this is offline. You can download it's like 12 languages, which I have. You put the USB cable and you download languages very quickly. And anyways, I'll show you after. So when I came in here, I was not diagnosed, which is a horrific thing in adhesive arachnoiditis. And you're walking around, you look like an advanced Parkinson's patient, and it was like that. I couldn't walk 80 feet without being super exhausted. It was my diagnosis and other diagnosis that I got that escaped me for many years. My psychological well-being got better because of it. It really, really helped. And my life started coming together, but some serious things happened. I got the allergic reaction and what I believe to be myocarditis. I had every sign and symptom that it was that. I woke up, I couldn't breathe. In any case, it ended up, had a huge rash for like a week over my neck, over my abdomen, and I was left with a permanent gallbladder disorder. And I remember having to go in to get an endoscopy to look, because they're like, we don't know if this guy's got pancreatitis or... Anyways, they found 4 peptic ulcers. And I'm like, I told them this is just coincidental. I know what happened to me with this injection. So I had no choice but to take the Toradol away, and I was scared, rightfully so, because the pain of adhesive arachnoiditis without treatment, like, you know, you take away the pain meds, is equal to terminal cancer pain. There's no argument about that. The literature states so. That's why I can't walk without opiates. But I started to take little chips away here and there, a half here, and I'll tell you, getting used to a level of burning, I had to get used to a level of burning, and especially at the end of the night in bed. You know those feelings, you know, like you see me going back, and you can see that I have AA just by seeing me go back and forth. I got used to it, and I healed whatever, you know, it wasn't bleeding, they weren't bleeding, but they were about halfway. And I do believe they were doing something to me, but nothing heavy. They were there. I'm used to so much abdominal pain already, so. In any case, I was left with a permanent gallbladder disorder called gallbladder hyperkinesia, of which I had to correct the radiologist on his own report while he read it in my face. And they apologized to me and made it an example in that room, in that radiology room. So there I was left with not much of a choice, and my doctor said, well, why don't you take an extra opiate? I don't take high dose, okay? I take what I need, you know, around the clock type stuff, short acting and long acting. If you have AA, don't let yourself not have an opiate. I helped a person around here get their diagnosis, and I told them, you know, don't be afraid to use it, but I'm not endorsing it, because great pain on their face. I saw them strive and strive until I saw them the other day, and they're like, you know, I took more opiate and they look fine. I know what's going on with pain disorders. I understand the complexities of multi-intractable pain disorders, what they do, what you're supposed to do. I know how to counsel people. I know how to tell them to rebuild their body, because I rebuilt my body from scratch. So I thought I have no other option. I have to take an opiate. And I took 2 extra to take their place. The first thing I noticed was, wow, I can walk further. So I had a cane at that point. I was bent over posture, and one day I decided to let go of my cane and walk over to the shopping center. I did that, and I started doing groceries on my own. I started to become independent in that manner, and everything after was just university. Got 2 different licenses, both car license, motorcycle license. Riding a motorcycle, I have a motorcycle, and I never brag at it, that's not what that is. It was God. But one thing I noticed. First, treat the pain. Treat the pain. I have a mountain bike, okay? A nice mountain bike. And I've made videos of me, you would call it extreme mountain biking, I guess, and I do take a lot of risks. But I built my legs, like I really built my legs on that bike. Use a stationary bike, and I believe with adhesive arachnoiditis you develop weakness around the inner thigh, right? I can't run, I can jog, but it hurts to do that. For the longest time I couldn't do anything but walk. I used to be one of the fastest runners, and I lost that. and I know I won't get that part back, but it was the opioids, and it was having a proper, you know, eat healthy, sleep at the same times, do all that type of stuff. But I want to tell you this. So that's what happened. I rebuilt my body. I have a lot of discipline. You know, I have a pet. I'm in university. I'm working, volunteering, but the amount of time I put into it to get experience working with people is a lot through God. This is adhesive arachnoiditis. This is a very serious disease that causes intense burning in your lower back, like the top of your butt and above. For me, it's like, I don't know, maybe a few inches above that. Your butt, shocks in your legs, scorpion stings, and just burning feet, feelings of crawling on the bottom of your feet. They never end. It never ever ends. And when you go to your bed at the end of the night, you're turning one way, turning another until you're asleep. I take a sleeping medication that's non-addictive. Well, of course I've had to accept, or I would end up with adrenal burnout if I didn't take opiates. So, pain flares. There have been times where maybe I pushed myself a little bit too much on my bike. I used to have a lot of them. But when I build strength, they got a lot better. And more discipline to your sleep, right? Keep your mind busy. I like building things with my hands. I really like working with my hands. Keep your mind busy. There are times that happen to me which you will fully understand. I remember in the summer, I had biked a little too hard one day, and I had lost my key, a bike key, and I knew roughly where around it was. I didn't find it, but I walked from here to a forest. I brought a flashlight, and on my way back, something just hit me. It came out of nowhere, and it was a flare, and it was about 10 at night, and I'm walking down some dark streets. I'm about 1.5 miles away from home, and that's when the terminal cancer pain came on. You could hear me moaning through the streets. You could hear me go, I'm not going to make the sound, but you know what I mean. It was so bad, and I walked the whole way home like that, saying, please God, just get me home. I didn't know if I was going to drop on the ground. There are times like that. There's no disease that has the same level of pain. If there isn't, you might say, and I do have trigeminal neuralgia, you would say that would be equal when it's active, but this is your legs, this is a huge portion of your body. It's just unbelievable the level of pain it can produce. But I believe there are a lot of people out there with AA who have no idea what they're really capable of. They're not being treated properly. I don't use an anti-inflammatory at all. I rebuilt my legs. I eat clean. I don't eat sugar. It's very, very minimal sugar. Under, under 22 grams of sugar. So there it is. Listen, I have really high hopes for you. If someone has AA and really needs help, go ahead and reach out to me. The other channel that I told you about is called The Heart of David. I like helping people, and that's why I'm in university for this. And in any case, I knew how to do this a long time before I went to university. So that's where I am, and it's a day-to-day thing, right? I have other pain issues that I find more overwhelming at the moment, but it just takes just like that, right? I just want to do this quickly. Let's find a language. This one you don't need Wi-Fi. You download the languages, but you can use Wi-Fi too. Russian. So I'm going to say, who started the Ukraine war? I don't know. I'm just going to say that. So you can see that there. Who started the Ukraine war?
Кто начал войну на Украине?
Isn't that awesome? I can go to any language and do that. It's such a simple tool. It's about $100. Anyways, guys, I know where you are. I was at the point where I never thought I would make it out to go walking again, to do the things I'm doing now. And I know, especially where you are, you may not believe in God. You may hate God. You may hate God because of all this. But I tell you, what are you going to do without Him in this? The reason I'm in this place where I am right now is because of God. And you see the times we're in? It's a good time to start believing in God. You may think this disease has you completely, but God's arm is not too short that He can't save you, even out of a lot of that pain, to fill your mind spiritually with love and good things that will help take that place and take your mind off of. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.